Alright, we're back with another video, and we're going to be doing long plays this time. So, got my surround sound system set up, so hopefully the audio is a little bit more, you know, instead of from the TV to my microphone up here. So, so the last video that by the time you see this will be published, and by the I did a dry run video. So basically what I did was I've been practicing at work, trying to memorize again what customers to pick up when and which ones to do the drift driving with, so I have enough time. And so basically I have a pattern, and that's what I'm going with. Hopefully it's not too loud. This game seems to be pretty bassy. So I'm skipping out over here. I'm gonna go pick up this customer. This one gives us a good amount of time, but I need it. Because 100 seconds is not enough to get a good max combo going. I believe when I kind of timed it, it was closer to about 115 seconds, I think it was. It was loosely timed, so I didn't really get a full-on, you know, exact. And plus, you know, it all depends on how well you do it. So we're not picking anybody up over here, so let's get going so I don't accidentally grab anybody. Okay, let's go over here, pick up top customer. Again, you know, no drift driving. This customer does not give us enough time at all. If you're new here, thanks for watching. That was, you know, that was my first like major hit so far in this run. I mean, yeah, it just started, but you know, I didn't hit any cars or anything. You know, nothing crazy until now, when everything starts going haywire, right? All right, stop here. No, you gotta restart. See? I was on the corner, and for some reason it still picked her up. That's why I've said it in other videos. So if you're new here, maybe you don't know. You have to get really on that corner, otherwise you can accidentally pick her up, and that throws off the whole pattern and everything. And so, just like once I get my drift driving going. If I mess up, you know, early on, I'll probably restart, just depending. You know, I'm gonna kind of take it by eye at that point to see how well I'm doing or whatever, you know, because I would like to have a finished run in this video. I don't want to, you know, record 2 hours, say, as an example, and then you don't see, you know, me finish a couple laps or whatever, you know, because I keep messing up. So I don't want to do that. So if I mess up, you know, depending on how early or late it is in the run, I may restart or I may not. I may just go through with it. Now, I've been practicing with an emulator on the PSP because it's very portable and it has easy startup and save states and all that, you know, especially with the PSP's got a nice sleep mode, so that's great. Come on. And so I did beat my record using the PSP, the emulator on there, and save states. So I don't count it, but I know it's possible now. That, I mean, I already figured it was possible to beat my record but using the emulator in the save states, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was 194K. My record is 183 and some change, whatever. So I know that I got plenty of room to beat my record by a lot on original hardware. And so that's what I'm here to do, you know. But, you know, again, I don't count the emulator as an official run. It's just whenever I mess up, you know, I do a good drift drive, I drop off a customer, I save it. And then I drop off some customers, pick them up, you know, do whatever I got to do. And once I get to the next drift driving section, I save it. If I mess up, I restarted it, you know. So this customer, he gives me enough time to drift drive, but I'm going to use the time, I think, on this one. I might change it up and do it, but you see, I got 135 seconds and my real time is only 20 seconds higher. So I kind of need the time from this. Maybe I'll be able to incorporate doing this one instead of another customer, you know, but I know I practiced early last year, and I don't remember exactly if I tried using him or not. I think I did, and it didn't work out because I was running out of time. I mean, there's other options. Instead of picking him up, maybe instead of I could just drive all the way over here and save him for later. I gotta pick up one on the left. Hopefully it does. Okay. I was afraid I wasn't close enough, you know, even though he was on a check mark. So we're approaching my first drift driver customer up here on top. No save states, so we gotta go with it. So I did a video that's already published, and it talks about the frame rate of this game. If you want to go ahead and check that out if you haven't, if you're new here, you know, I have no idea what I hit. That's the first time that's happened, because these trees are not solid objects. You can go through them. I've always gone through them. Maybe that was just some glitch and I hit perfect pixel somewhere. Get out of my way, get out of my way. So I don't know what that was about, because I didn't lose my combo, so I didn't hit a phantom ghost car of any kind. So I did a video about the frame rate of this game, and it's a lot worse than I thought. So go check that out if you really want to know how bad it is. I count the frames, you know, I take 2 5-second clips, and I count the frames in the game, just so everybody knows, because, you know, I've seen reviews and everybody talks about the frame rate being terrible, but nobody has a number of what it is. So I just, you know what, I said, hey, I may not have the most perfect way of doing it, but, you know, I took 2 5-second clips for my own recording. I record at 60 frames, and I counted the frames that the game changes, you know. So anytime the frame of the game changes, not my recorded frames, then it was pretty bad. So, you know, go check that out. Ooh, almost got hit there. And so, yeah, I've seen a lot of reviews. I've seen like blog reviews, you know, like old ones from, I think it was GameSpot or something like that, you know, or one of those, or IGN, you know, and it just talked about how only one of these websites actually mentioned that the frame rate of this game was probably around 14 frames a second. I'm going to tell you right now, it's less than that. So, you know, I got a number, pretty decent sample size there. You know, I didn't go through, because I mean, I play this game a lot, so in spurts. I play this game a lot, so it's it's pretty bad all around, even though the frame rate does change. You know, maybe here, you know, and I have the traffic, by the way, on the lowest amount, because I'm hoping that that makes the frame rate better than what it is. You know, or well, maybe that's why the frame rate, you know, that I got in my video, that was close. Maybe the reason I got the numbers in my video, because I don't want to give it out because then you won't watch the video. Maybe the reason I got those numbers is because I got the traffic on low. So it could be worse than what I got. And this is pretty bad. So yeah, you know, not to sit here and talk about my other video, you know, through the whole run or anything, but you know, go check it out. I'm going to be doing these like long plays, and also I should be able to make it, yeah. I'm not going to get any extra time, but that's okay. That was a really good run there. And we do got to move because I need all these seconds, these precious seconds I can get, because I got to build my time back up. Because when I dropped off that customer, I was slow and I didn't earn any extra time, and plus I utilized all those 235 seconds they gave me, which was, I think it was 235, and I utilized all but like 4 seconds, and which also eats into your own timer. It's weird how the game does that, you know. How it doesn't count the time, like it's also based on the time that you currently have when you get there. So if you have very little time, some of these customers that give you a lot of time will give you a little bit less than they normally do. You know, so instead of 235, if I went there running out of time on red, instead of 235, they might have given me like 220 or something like that, you know. And I don't know why. Even regular Crazy Taxi, the regular versions of the game, does that. So this is why I needed to not mess up. Good, I'm not in the check mark there, so I'm taking off. That was good, that was good. All the way to the baseball stadium. So, you know, if you saw my my previous video, so overshooting that, should have turned a little bit sooner. If you saw my previous video, I picked up all 68 customers in a dry run. You know, the whole idea is to get the best score I can, and you know, at the end I probably won't be able to pick up all the customers, but trying to pick up as many as I can at the end instead of just letting the time run down. You know, if I'm running on red time, you know, I'm gonna see if I can pick up a customer if I can, because that's an extra couple $100. That's what I want to do. And so my time, I picked up all the customers, right, and my score was 44K. I've already beaten that here. Top customer, you. So hopefully you get in the car. This is one of those customers that likes to steal your time. The game, I think, puts them in there for balance, because the rest of them give you plenty of time, pretty much. So those red customers that don't go very far, it's like balance. So we're going to the hotel, cut through here. Sometimes it jitters, and you might see the same, see how the frame rate got really bad there? I've seen it where it duplicated the frames. So it literally just showed me, like, not this time, but one time it just like glitched, and I repeated the same 2 frames like twice, you know. So I was driving, and then it repeated a frame, like it took me backwards, and then just put me back where I was. and then it did the next frame that way. So it just jittered. I don't know, it was weird. So that one phantom hit of that tree that's supposed to be transparent, you know, other than that, I haven't had any other really major glitches, you know. So you can drive backwards kind of fast. See, she's one of those drift drivers, but you got to be careful because I've had it glitch me with her. Okay, so that's a third glitch. I've had it glitch me where I started drift driving with her, and as soon as I entered into my drift driving, it just threw me into one of the walls, one of the side building walls, and I have no idea what that was about. You know, it was just like it wouldn't let me do it. But you know, I was using an emulator, so maybe there was an issue there. Emulators aren't perfect. I'm using TIP GBA for the PSP when I do play at work, because it's too cumbersome to, especially bring in the GameCube and the Game Boy player. It's way too cumbersome to do all that. You know, bringing the power supply and everything. So, and then I can't record. So I'm like, well, if I can't record, I might as well just use save states in the emulator, at least so I can practice, you know what I mean? No. Oh, whew. I thought it was gonna, that car or that red vehicle was gonna hit me. I was like, man. So this is one of the customers that it's like I drift drive with, but it's not the most practical, because you're gonna see by the time I drop her off, I'm maybe gonna have 15K, and so that's why I was talking about earlier that I may take that other customer who gives me more time and save him, you know, so change my pattern a little bit and save him so I can use him to drift drive later. So, okay, well, I lied. I got 17K so far. So that's a little bit more than my test runs have gone. You know, okay, 19K, whatever. So now I got 42 seconds to take this customer who normally gives me either 52 or some 60 maybe. I don't remember. I have to go back and look. I got the map somewhere. But he doesn't go very far. But it's because I don't have much time. Come on. Here we go. And I need this timer. You know, I could drift drive with this one, but it's going to be like the previous one I just did. You know, it'll earn me 15K-ish, but it's not worth it for this one because I need the time at this point. I got some lag going there, some lag frames. I say lag frames like I really truly know. I've been watching Mitch Flower Power too much. Need to get him on this game here. He's playing a 60 frame, you know, Super Mario Brothers 3 game. I'm playing, not gonna tell you what the frames are on this one, but it's less than 14. We're going to the baseball stadium, and I'm keeping her time as well. Although she would be one that I could actually probably utilize and drift drive with. But I need the time because I'm skipping past the baseball stadium once I get there. I'm not picking up the remaining customer who's there. And I believe this is our third lap, isn't it? Or is it our second? I don't remember. I think it's our second. Yeah, because we went, yeah. used to playing on a small screen. The reason I say that is because graphics look better because they're not so blown up on a 50-inch TV, which is the one I'm playing with. See, so I got 87 seconds, you know, when I took off. So that's why I didn't pick him up, or I didn't drift drive with her, because now I'm going over here to the police station. Picking up top customer over here. Going to the Sky Bank. Frame rate was dropping in that area. That car came out of nowhere. Van, truck, whatever, wow vehicle. You know. Okay, we're not picking him up, so I really gotta go. So some of these customers you really got to be careful with, because you don't want to pick them up and it throws you off your pattern. So we're going to the mall. What is this? The West Gate, I think. Cut through here and go to the lookout tower. I need to check the frames over there. See, I didn't hit nothing there. I mean, I wasn't in the exact spot I was last time, but I didn't hit nothing. Okay, so there's a customer here, so be careful. Don't pick them up. Look at that. She's standing on the wall. And we're going to pick up this one. We want her time because you saw we only had 60 whatever seconds, right? So, no drift driving. Wish I could do save states on here. Because I don't know how many times it's going to take me to make my record. And, you know, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, so I can't make, and I don't make videos every weekend. I'm just like trying to force myself to, you know, because I take one day off, you know. Okay, so now, yeah, this was the third lap. Drift drive. Yeah, so, you know, I get off work on like Saturday mornings, and so Saturday night is my day off. I don't do any exercise workout stuff that I do like today and tomorrow, or tonight should I say, because it's early in the morning. I don't do any of that. I just like, I'm usually dead tired. Please, please, there we go. I took a chance on that one because, man, they're trying to kill me. Nope. Okay, let me go here so I can get in my, because, you know, it throws you, so you gotta kind of move out the way, right? Man, the one day I was playing and I got a car right here, a ghost car. I was doing so good and it just ruined it. I was like, give up. You know. But yeah, one of my, because I get 3 days off, you know, because I work longer shifts during the week. So I don't get a lot of time to play. And so, like, the idea here is I'm going to get maybe a couple hours, you know, before I got to get ready and make sure everybody wakes up in the morning for their routine, and I start going to bed later on. Okay, come on, here we go, here we go. We're doing good, we're doing pretty good here. I need I'm probably gonna go straight. Instead of taking the right turn towards the, cause you know, I feel like I'm gonna have enough time maybe, but I don't know if I wanna. I did really good on the first 2 drift driving customers, so I'm technically kind of ahead of the curve here. But oh no, that's 30. That's gonna be close because yeah, let's just go straight instead of turning right and going the longer route, you know, which earns me more money. But I think I'm gonna get close to the 30K, which is what I'm looking for. But I'm more worried about my time at this point. Yeah, I got my 30K. So so this is what I gotta do. I gotta come over here and pick up her on the left. Hopefully I get no glitches. Yeah, so this is the part of the run that's more critical, I guess you could say, as far as making sure you don't really make mistakes and stuff. Gotta get him. He's going to the police station right here. Did you see how much time I got there? So this customer can be a drift driving customer, but I need to do it over here. I gotta start around over there at that point. Okay, here we go, cut through here. So where was this customer taking me? I don't remember. My speed's not high enough, so my combos are too little. Not gonna get the value out of it. Being in red all the time, you know. It wouldn't register for a second there. Okay, so we're going to the church. Okay. Because sometimes this customer I tend to forget if I'm going to the church or if I'm going to the teleport, because I end up taking another customer, you know. So we gotta get this one over here because I don't want to mess up too much. I got a little bit of money out of that. That's fine. Yeah, she gives me plenty of time to make it to Popcorn Mania. And that customer that I'm picking up over there, he gives me 100 something seconds, so I get my time up a little bit. I just want to get there with a good amount. This is a hard section because of the frame rate. Sometimes I'm on point and I'm like drifting left and right, and I'm getting it perfect, you know. See, so he gives you 108. Which isn't, you know, it's not enough, just like the previous one, it's not enough for max combo. But thinking about it now, it might be more worth just driving the other one that I was drift driving with for a low amount of money, because this is more of a straightaway shot, right? With the exception of that turn, it's mostly straightaway. So I could probably benefit more drift driving with this customer and driving just normal with the other one, and I might end up with a few more seconds because they give me a little bit more time. So I think that's something that I may try out in the next one, if I remember. It's so hard to dodge because whenever you boost, your vehicle is, you can't just tap the D-pad when you're turning, right? When you're steering, it doesn't work that way at all. You have to like push down on it, and then when you do that, it's like, say that's what I was worried about. He's a drift driver because I get a lot of time from him. But that's what I was worried about, was that whole, you take off and then it just throws you against the wall, you know. But as long as I don't hit, then I'm okay. I don't care, I'm good with that. As long as I can stay away from all this traffic. What was I saying a minute ago? Lost my train of thought here. So I dropped off that one customer, and then I forgot what I was gonna say because I picked him up and I was like, oh yeah, got a drift drive. Okay, so he's going to the whatchamacallit, where I pick up second OP customer. And I think that's where I got confused for a second, is because second OP customer is the one going to the heliport, and he's the one, because I shouldn't have drift drove with the previous customer that I thought was going to the heliport and I didn't get a lot of money for. I mean, it still worked out. I mean, well, I assume it still worked out. We're gonna find out how much, if it's gonna mess up with my timer later on. You know, I might be okay for now, but we don't know about later. But this guy, he's a drift driver, but I can't do it right now because there's too much turning in this area. I mean, I did do it in my practice, and I used to drift drive when I used to pick up this customer in my 10 crazy minutes. But it's way too difficult. Smiley face on that. Man, I'm just hitting everybody, ain't I? That's why it's too difficult, like I said. So this is where I can start my drift driving. So hopefully I can maintain it. Because this is one of the hardest drift driving sections because of that stupid curve, and then the divider in the middle is an incline, it's not flat. I guess they're trying to get this right here, that it's so annoying. So see, my timer is exactly the same as my customer's timer. And we're going to the heliport. So let's try to pick up my my combos to make them a little bit yellow and less red. Pick up the speed. But I keep having so many turns in this area, I can't stand it. And so there's a guy at the heliport, which is perfect because he goes to Munch a Pizza, and then I pick up somebody there and I start earning a little bit more time. Okay, don't fall off there. And always start going left. Whenever you do your drift drive right there, push left. You do not want to push right because you risk falling off that edge. Okay, that's not, okay. I was like, that's not going to be good. I'm going to roll with it. Just because. I don't want to keep turning around. So now I know that I could have started a little bit sooner. But that's okay. Because like some of these aren't going to be perfect anyway, and I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to mess up. But I could have maxed out with that other guy. It's just, it's turning through the city is very hard because it's when you're turning and driving, you go very slow. So doing that, I didn't want to risk it at this point because I'm doing too good, especially for the first run of today. So it buys me a little bit extra time at the end. I can boost. Fresh tree. Yeah, so if y'all follow my pattern that I'm doing on screen here, you're definitely gonna improve your score immediately. Trust me on that, because I'm not sending you backwards and forwards, you know. And see right here, this is where I would be pretty low on time. So I'd be rushing over here. And so I got a little bit extra with this one. That's a hard turn to make because of the frame rate. You don't want to boost right away, because when you go to, not boost, you don't want to drift a turn immediately when you haven't really gained any speed, because it slows you down. You end up turning around really slow. So this is a customer I'm trying to get the time from. We're going to the fire station, I believe. On the next lap will be I'll be picking up the last drift driving customer. So hopefully, crossing your fingers, you know, for me, we'll make a record, right? Okay, we're doing pretty good as far as time goes. Head of the game, because I made some spur of the moment decisions. He doesn't go very far, he's just right here, so there's somebody else to pick up. So you can time it so you can pick up both right when you drop them off. Borders Paradise. This is the tricky one, so be careful. It is depending on which direction you go, because you want to remember which customer not to pick up. As far as records and everything goes, you know, it's not going to hurt you too bad picking up the wrong customer, but it's going to throw your pattern off. So I don't even know how I hit that. Okay, so if you go this direction instead of going around, you got to pick up this first customer. So pick up the woman, right? Then we go to the baseball stadium. If you go the other direction, you're going to meet the guy first, and you want to pass him up and don't stop, you know. So that's always something I have to remember. I have to tell myself to remember, because it's so easy to forget. It's like, oh man, which customer I'm picking up? And a lot of times that's the one I would always forget. Always. Like, it didn't matter. Okay, so where's he going? And heliport. Okay. So there's nobody at the heliport. So this is why you want to have your time up at this point, because when we get to the heliport, there's nobody to pick up. So we're gonna go behind the KFC, and we're gonna pick up a waste your time customer, just because that's the closest available customer that will give us any time, and she's gonna take us to the next customer, who's gonna take us to then the next drift driving customer. So we're 2 customers away. We got a good amount of time, which is great, especially for this last drift driving customer I'm gonna get. So we're gonna go back here. It's kind of tricky, you know, just remember the original map. It's all the same, except for pixelized. See, she's a waste your time customer. If you have it on hard, I think she starts you off with like 9 or 8 seconds. And we're grabbing him. So we got 5 seconds out of that, so that was good. Okay, we're going to the sports shop. That's where we're going first. See? Sometimes I remember while I'm in play versus in my head. You know, this is actually the first time we went to the sports shop in the whole game. Well, in this run. So now we're going to the Yacht Harbor, which is our last drift driving customer. But it is not the last of the game. So for my record, I need 34K with this customer. So I'm doing good on time, so I don't have to boost at the end with this customer to, you know, like on 10 Crazy Minutes. You know, I usually have like 30 seconds by the time I hit that the road split, right? And good. Whew, that was close. And so doing it this way with the long play, you have more time, so you can actually utilize all of the time she gives you. So hopefully I can do that. And just wish me luck. I may go a little bit quiet here. I feel like something's tickling my nose. But this isn't, you know, the last customer, but I really need to get all the money I can. So if I don't get the record, then I still have other customers I can pick up. So I still have some time left. So that's what I mean. Because there is another drift driving customer that I want to get to. I slowed down there on purpose because I didn't know these car situations up here. Because, you know, all these ghost drivers. Where's the combos thing would just show up on the side of the screen like a chat log? I can't imagine, like, when this game came out, you know, and I don't know if anybody knew about this back then. I imagine there was at least one person who figured something out, you know, because the cartridge that I got, somebody got a 20K score, so they had to have did some drifting. You know, I'm not sure how much, but Either that or they memorized a good pattern. Okay, so we're doing good, we're doing good. Okay, let's get around that. See, because normally I'd be running out of time and I'd have to boost, so we're doing good, especially with 90 seconds on the clock. Okay, we're at 176, so we should be okay. There's a customer down here by the fire station. Right on this curve, right here. And I hate having to do that, but it always throws me. So this is where I really need to be careful, because you know I can break my record with this, but I want 24K. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go silent. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No! It was further, it was a little bit further than I thought. Oh my gosh. I'm so mad right now. Street. That was it. That was it. Man. There's another customer, if I can get to him. Well, I don't know if I can. Well, not after that, I can't. I might not even be able to make this customer right here. So close. If I would have just, if I wouldn't have, because I was really trying to go for a 24K run. If I wouldn't have done that, I would have really shattered my record there. Gosh, can't believe it. So mad. It says first because my record is on the other one.
Okay, beat your own record next time. See ya.
My gosh, I didn't even bring my drink. See what it does. You have to add 132,000 to that game coding. See, but you see how 46 is above 52? That's how you know I'm not lying. Gosh. Me, for this run, I need to do something different. I'm gonna try to swap the customer I was drift driving with. The one that was taking me from the heliport. I mean from the still can't believe that. I mean, I understand it's just part of the process, you know. Like, you're not gonna just get records in your first try or whatever. And I was like, man, I've gone all this far and I was really getting the record in the first try and then I blew it. I can't believe it. I don't know if I'm gonna get over that one. Like, I didn't even mess up from losing my combo. I was slow bringing the customer. And I was doing great on time. Great on time. It's like, that was, like, you know, you can't help it when you get ghost cars and what have you, but you could prevent making it to your destination on time, you know. And that's what I did. I prevented myself from making it on time. Because I don't know, in my mind I was like, oh, it's right there at the cable car stop B, which is the bottom, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like I knew where the customer was going, but I kept in my mind, it was like, oh, it's right there on the bottom. But no, it's on the bottom and towards the left, but it's not right there on the left. It's a little bit further down because it's on the other street corner. That just threw me off. I can't believe that. I guess it makes good recordings, you know. It ensures that I'll be back for more. Still can't believe that. My heart was sinking, you know, because I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, just drop off this customer and I'm going to make it. I'm going to shatter my record. I'm going to get 200K. Like, that's unprecedented, you know. But, I mean, now I know. I think I might be able to try and better optimize the run here. It's all about like getting your best drift combos and maximizing your time, but you want to max combo it out as well, and that, you know, takes a lot of time to do. I think I had 44K with this customer, so I guess that's the ultimate goal here. What are they doing? You know, I've always said to go left, but when you got a rhythm going, sometimes you don't want to overturn, you know, just to go a different direction. If you believe you can get through those vehicles, because they do kind of set traps, if you will, right? I say traps, but it's because they send two vehicles side by side and you gotta drift right through them. I don't know, to anybody out there who actually speed runs and, you know, does all the live streams, you know, tell me if you're watching this video, at least at this point, how do you get past that feeling other than, oh, you just got to push through it? How do you get past that feeling of being angry at yourself because you could have had the record, you just messed up? And it wasn't a typical mistake, it was a mistake that you just shouldn't have made, you know? So how do you push through that? Like, I know pretty soon I'll just forget about it, whatever. But it's still frustrating. just frustrating to the point that I could have spared a couple K at most, been at 198, and then made up the other 2,000 at the end, dropping off some customers, you know, with my time that I had. I was doing good. Kind of overshot that, but it's okay. A couple seconds doesn't really hurt that bad. Because ultimately, you're gonna lose time somewhere, you know? Gosh, you can't like just go through vehicles. Gotta remember to take my sharp turn here. Right here. CT hospital. You know, I just realized, maybe I realized it in the past and never really thought about it. CT stands for Crazy Taxi. How can I play Crazy Taxi and not have figured that out before? You know? See, she gave me 14 seconds that time. Pretty sure she gave me 12 last time. Maybe it's kind of dependent on how close she parked next to, you know? How close she parked to him. I don't remember it being 14 seconds last time. I said, this is one of those customers that waste your time. And I remember 12 seconds, you know, but because there was another customer who wasted your time and gave you 12 seconds. She was behind the KFC. Okay, this was the one that I think I was drift driving with, and fire station, no, not her. There was one of them I drift drove with, and I'm gonna replace the drift driving with another one that gave me more time, so I could at least maybe make 1 or 2 more K just by switching the drift driving with the other customer instead. So here's a drift driver. Started off kind of slow, but you know, we'll go with it because started our combo soon. Well, we can pick up speed anyway. Get around that one. That was a ghost car I almost hit. You don't. Don't get me. Okay. I was afraid that when I did that, that the other WoW vehicle was going to hit me. Thought my heart skipped a beat for a second there. Probably all the caffeine I had today. Go to the left. Oh, I'm not seeing that. You know what I want to do, and I've done it before, but I want to like legitimately get the original music from the game and lower the quality down as bad as this game is. You know, I did it before. I filtered it like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, and it sounded low quality, but you could still kind of hear it. So I had to be careful about playing it, you know, and had to lower the volume. I want to do that again, but I really okay, just go since I got 18K. That's good. I jumped that? It never happens. Because you know how many times I jumped that and there'll be a vehicle down there I didn't see and I hit it and I didn't hit it. I'll be jumping the ramp, the incline, and I hit a ghost car. But then that one, I saw him and I jumped over him. Like, how was that? Oh my gosh, when you're boosting, I'm telling you, it's like the sensitivity is just not there. It's hard. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this one down here. Come on. There we go. I ain't gotta pick up nobody. I can't drift drive with her because I need to get to the baseball stadium because I'm not picking up somebody. So I need to figure out I think I got it. Like that one customer who gave me 18K that I dropped off at Fresh Tree Street. Okay? That one I need to not drift drive with, and then I need to drift drive with this one. Because I will have more time to max out a combo, right? And I had just over 100 seconds over here, and I made it there. So let's say I made it with 80 seconds because of the customer time difference, right? So where we're going right now, I just should have picked that one up. I overshot them. Okay, well, I had 83 seconds, so I should have been okay. Okay, and get out of here. Whew. That one, you gotta be like, I don't know if it's frame perfect, but you gotta really time when those customers are talking to you. Hey, that's great, and blah blah blah. You know, and you have to really time it, and knowing that it's laggy, and get your button presses going so you can get out of there. That was actually pretty good. So 81, so that would put me at about 60 seconds, I guess, over here, if I had swapped drift driving customers, like I was saying, you know, just assuming everything went the same. So then my time would be about 10 seconds ahead of this than what this customer is giving me. So I'd have 93 instead of 113. I'm trying to, you know, go along with all this time so I can figure it out in my head if one of these other customers is gonna ruin it, you know, if swapping out is gonna mess me up. That puts me at 94, which would give me, I would have been at 88, so about 68 over here. Okay, so maybe it may be doable. I mean, even if I don't utilize the extra time, I can still drift drive with that customer, knowing I got like an open area by the baseball stadium where there's no cars, because there's no cars in the parking lot. It's kind of nice. Better move out my way. That was a close one. Hopefully I don't get that stupid ghost car up here. That one turned, so we're okay. Speeding up and losing control is the hardest thing, probably, going down these inclines. It's probably worse going down these inclines than it is going up. That cost me some speed and distance. That was a close call. But I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at, like, on the fly figuring out how to dodge some of these vehicles and driving between them or around them, you know, which is best. You know, sometimes I like to play it safe and go around them, and other times I go in between them, you know, if I feel like by the time I get there, depending if I'm gonna be on a left turn or a right. See, those were ghost cars. You know, you can't predict those. They just, you know, they're coming. You just don't know if they're going to be there when you get there. Because I've using the emulator and stuff, I've found that you can have a save state and you can load it, and then when you go back, oh man, I lost that one. Okay. 24K put me under. That's fine though. I'll pick up this customer. I mean, I didn't get the money I wanted there, but there's still room for opportunity here to get a good record. Forgot I was going for a second. Should have turned the other road, but that's fine. See, where did I? See, I dropped her off there, and I'm not supposed to pick him up yet. There we go. It's because I went the wrong direction. It threw me off. So I'm like, Gotta go over here, right? Nope. See, I got confused. Okay. What time is it? I'll restart. I mean, it's because I was taking her. So I went to the Sky Bank, and then I went over here, and then I went. See, because she took me. I might have picked up the wrong customer. Did I? I don't feel like I picked up the wrong customer. I did something wrong. Yeah, honestly, don't know. I'm gonna have to, once I get there again, I'll see. Because I don't remember having to go there. So I must have been talking and just confused myself and forgot something. That's what I had to have done. I don't know. I'm going over here. The popcorn. Always, you know, when I get a good drift right there, I'm trying to avoid those vehicles, and then I end up going too sharp. So how do I pick her up when I'm way over there in the corner? That don't make no sense to me. Okay, which tree is it? That one. Follow that tree. Into this tree. Into that one. Nope. Close. I can never remember. Let's boogie. Don't pick him up. Don't pick him up. Okay. What if I try drifting with him? And then swapping out, you know, if I get more time, right? I have to go faster than this to even do anything. I'm going to the mall. Well, that didn't work. Okay, well, move out the way so I can get where I'm going. Okay, so now we're going to grab him. 34 seconds. Okay, he still gives me the 235. See, went through the tree. Didn't do anything. I heard somebody in my house. I feel like somebody's awake already. I don't know what for. Worst part of the game, right here. I don't think I can really get around them. Oh, it's my cat. Oh gosh. Her paws underneath my door. Or it was. Don't trap me. That was close. That was super close. Here goes the other hard part of the game. Speeding up and going downhill. See, this is the stop for this one, right? But I feel like I was thinking to stop there on my first run, but it wasn't. Okay, I mean, we're doing all right. Make sure I picked up the right one. Because I was just drifting into place. Let's see if I can make it over there. Think we'll make it to the baseball stadium. I think we'll get there. What happened? I was past the wall on that one. See, so my drift driving earlier, see how that cost me time when I was trying to do that. I was still going through here. Okay, we're still. We got 30 seconds, so. I'll go to the hotel. Fire station. She gave me a little bit less time, didn't she? Wonder if it's because how close or far you are in picking them up. I did not hit that. So I got 1 second more than her timer. And I gotta go to Fresh Tree Street. So I'm gonna be low on time by the time I get there. Like in the red. Maybe I shouldn't drift with her. I can't max combo with her anyway. Well, I think I can, but it's like barely even maxing out, you know. Oh, there goes that. Strategy, maybe? A way to earn my time back, and maybe I can earn it somewhere else. Earn the money I missed. Because what, I get about 18 with her, that last one, so I'm short. I should be at like 60 something, 68, 69. Joe's Diner. I did not hit that vehicle. That's why I didn't even bother moving. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be close to it. I'm not gonna hit it. I should have remembered this game. Okay, so baseball stadium. I wonder if I should just try it. My time is 20 seconds higher. Get out of here, this little tight section. See, that's one thing I mentioned is the whole combo. I mean the boosting issue. Problem with doing this is I believe I have another customer that I'm gonna have to go to the baseball stadium with, or no, I already picked up somebody at the baseball stadium, so I gotta use these. I gotta go all the way to the police station, so that's fine. Yeah, this should be all right. Because if I wouldn't have messed up, or you know, I would utilize all the time, I might have not made it over here to the police station. Because that costs 25-ish seconds. And then I can't pick up this customer up here. Hopefully doing that was, look at that, I went through that vehicle. But not that one. Hopefully it was like a way to help me make up for some of my lost monies earlier. Because I'm at 67, you know, I should be higher. We'll make it to the lookout tower. It's not that far. See, she gave me a little bit less time, didn't she? Normally she gives me like 101. She gave me 93. I'm trying to get over here as fast as I can. Because I'm picking up this customer across the street. So I want my time plus the 5 seconds, of course. You know. $168. She jipped me out. From 176. She gave me. So yeah, so for sure, because of the 6 seconds, I won't be able to turn right whenever I'm drifting and I get past the overpass section, and I would make a right to go the long way. Yeah, it looks like I won't be able to do that because she already gives me less time. Well, she gave me less time. Oh, there goes that. Hopefully that didn't mess me up too much. Because I was already at a good combo. And then my time versus the time she has, I'm gonna have to boost over here since it's a slow down section. So I'm going to be low on time again. I just messed up earlier. That's what I did. And it's all domino effect from here. See, right here I should have like 100K, I think it was. Okay, this was the customer I was on last time, right? Yeah, I messed up because I turned right here and then I went around. Well, I should have went right here and then dropped her off and then picked him up because he goes to the police station. Let's see how much time she gives me. Where's she going anyway? Is she going to, because I'm going backwards now. She goes to the church. Or is she going to the heliport? I cannot remember. I want to say it's the church. Yeah, it's the church. Well, I gotta go to church now. Lost my combo there. This was a bad run. I'm just going with it because I'm about to stop recording anyway. Popcorn Mania. I was on point on that one, huh? Normally I wouldn't drift drive with him, but I'm kind of behind. And I feel like that maybe I should, and see if I can make up some of the money. That was a close call right there. I mean, I don't know with 75 seconds if I can make it all the way to the top. But we're gonna... Is this Fresh Tree Street? That was actually pretty decent. I wasn't expecting that, to make it through like that, but I wasn't gonna have enough time anyway, so I just sped through. But going through Fresh Tree Street, I was surprised I didn't hit no cars. How am I hitting all these vehicles? Like, saw me how I'm swerving back and forth. The control is legit, like, bad like that. So I'm here. I'm going to the to pick up the other OP customer. So he gives me a lot of time, but I have to go a long distance. I'm not going to be able to drift drive with the other customer all the way through anyway, so I figured I'll just start with this one, see what I can get. And then when I get over there, see how much time I got versus how much he's going to give me. So I need my timer to be close. I mean, a good amount ahead. So it's like 13 seconds ahead. This way, if I have to drive and pick up somebody, I have enough room, enough time to do that. So. Keeping my drifts smaller, shorter, so I can get more speed, get there quicker, and save some time and get my combos up higher. The each dollar amount combo, not the 255 combo. I mean, I want that. So I got 2 seconds, and he gave me 180. We're going to the heliport. See, I have the exact same time as that. But from the heliport, I gotta drive to behind the whatchamacallit, the KFC. So I'm going to do some drift driving. I'm not going to be able to make max combo though, unfortunately. I'm just going to, whatever time I have when I get there is the time I'm going to have when I get there. I'm going to have extra time, but I'm going to need it. Considering all the mistakes, I'm still surprised I got 115K so far. Oh, there is a customer here. Well, you know. I guess it's the next lap. So, munch of pizza. Come on. Boost. Get going. I'm not gonna. It's too. Driving through here is too hectic. Especially once you get over here where the car parking lot is. Beach. Then we're going to Fresh Tree Street after that. It was kind of a lucky turn because it was trying to get around that vehicle, so it was kind of late. Yeah, see, I got a lot more time right now than I normally would. Usually I'd be stuck around 20 seconds, right? So mistakes have given me more time. Go. So I might be able to do a little something with her, maybe get some money, because my timer difference is 50 seconds. So where are we going again? I think she's fire station. Somewhere, yeah. So the 50 seconds. If I can make it there with with the time she gives me and drift driving, that might help out. Because I go to the fire station, I don't pick up anybody there. I have to drive to the lookout tower, pick up the one dude, and then go to the bus station. And from there, I think I go to Borders, Paradise, and so yeah. So we'll see how this works out. Max combo may not be, feasible or for very long. If I do get it, it's okay. Because looking at my time, I believe I can make it. Because I only got this incline and then the next one, and then I'm down there. Okay, so one more incline. Counter wrong. I had to take that long. That's how long I had to take. To have a goal to reach, Huh, wonder, other than messing up right there, I wonder if that's kind of a good trick to do. Slam into the wall, I can pick him up real easy. When I saw the Borders Paradise, it reminded me there's a song by Nelly, the rap artist, hip hop artist. It's called Paradise. Did not hit you. So last time I went the other way, so this way I'm going this way so I can show you what I mean. Pass him up, pick her up. You can boost. I mean, it gets pretty laggy in this area. Frame rate gets really low. I think I'm about 29 seconds difference, so I got 29 seconds more. Well, I didn't like that. Pick him up. He's going to the heliport. Just remember, this guy who takes me to the heliport doesn't give you a whole, considering we're going to the heliport, he gives you a lot of time, but he doesn't give me drift driving time. So that's what I mean by now there's going to be nobody here. That's okay, so now I got 100 seconds. I forgot where my dollar amount should be at this point. We're going to the back of KFC. Okay, so that cost me some time. I don't know, it was like 20 seconds or something. Get out of my way. Oh my gosh. Don't PIP everything, man. Okay, so I got good time. Sure is getting choppy. Did that vehicle turn away from me? Because I thought I was like 90% sure I was gonna get hit by it. And when it got close to me, it looked like it turned away. Had to go slow there on purpose so I can not rush into a ghost car. Damn, I gotta watch these pixels. Pick up. Not that one. The one over here gives us a little bit more time. Right here. I mean, this time I may just have to. I'm running out of time. Just gonna drive and drop them off with whatever I got. You know what I mean? So I can't make that mistake again. Mess me up. It's okay because I can still up my my monies, you know. I just have to rush to get there a little bit, even though I lost my combo. Gosh, many times do I gotta do it? Can you boost? Can you like... You got a speed to get these customers, you know. That was close. Almost ran into the wall. Okay, should I have enough time to go pick up the customer I need to pick up over here? I don't hit these vehicles. Maybe I will. He's the first one at this intersection up here. Right here. I was gonna hit that vehicle. Problem is customers to pick up. He takes me back to up there. So close, but I'm not going to be able to. I don't have time to pick up anybody else. Cause I wouldn't have lost my combo on the last one. The last strip driving, I could have done it. I mean, it's 5K off of my record, so it's not too terrible. I want to say like 50, 49.
Crazy. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Crazy. hopefully another time. See, 47. So you add 132,072, and that's what the score is. So, yep. Well, I mean, I barely beat it by like $400, just about. $334, $336, I mean. Alright, well anyway, thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And please follow, so you can watch me break that record.